In Connecticut, some parents of children with severe behavioral problems are speaking out about a policy they call trading custody for care. They say they are forced to give up custody of their children to the Department of Children and Families because they cannot access appropriate treatment for their children through DCF and cannot keep their children at home because of concerns about safety. Here are some of their stories.
I'm a single parent by choice. I have 3 children, all adopted through the Department of Children and Families in the state of Connecticut. My son suffered emotional neglect as well as physical abuse in the foster home, which was not given information to me at the time. Kevin suffers extremely horrible from reactive attachment disorder amongst ADHD and amongst other diagnoses. We've been in a battle for the last 7 years of in and out of hospitals, a lot of police interaction because he becomes very unsafe when he goes into crisis. There has been a lot of destructive behavior, a lot of unsafe behavior, and only in the month of, currently he is in subacute care for the 3rd time. And I've made the decision in April that due to lack of resources, I'm just not able to take him into my home. Seeing him in crisis when he was little is heartbreaking. I would try to hold him, I would try to cuddle him. One summer I had bruises from my knees to my ankles because I was trying to just hold him and cuddle him and get him through it, and it's just heartbreaking. And according to his therapist, where he is currently, they said that DCF is unaware of what they're going to do with him. They don't know whether they're going to push him again down the voluntary route, which we've done 3 times, or if they're going to put a case against me as me unable to meet his needs. An uncared for petition, as they call it. I am his mom, and I feel that I have done nothing wrong. I have tried to put this child back together after all these broken pieces. And I deserve the respect from the department, and I just deserve the assistance because I'm doing them a favor. I took one of their children, but the support is not there.
Behaviors did not manifest early on. There was a good honeymoon period before the anger and violence started. We were told that whatever the children needed, that would be provided, no matter what the care. And that's not true. Fast forward it to the present, we now have cameras in most of the rooms. Our bedroom door is locked. We have wanted always to get the treatment that he needs. Just fighting for a proper diagnosis was an issue. He is diagnosed reaction attachment disorder, and there are not many places, if any, in the state of Connecticut that aren't extremely expensive, that really deal with complex trauma. We are now faced with having my son taken into custody by DCF because we can't afford the care that he needs, and it almost seems like when you're complaining too much, you have no other choice. We were told in the juvenile court by the guardian ad litem that if we can't get him into this care or that care, we'll just file a petition, an uncared for petition, where DCF would take custody. And I said, no. And I was assured by the guardian ad litem, don't worry, it's just standard. You know, it's just a way that DCF will be able to get the federal money to pay for care. And it happens all the time, and it's nothing on you. It really doesn't say anything about you as parents. And that's not true. Had we been able to get the appropriate complex trauma therapy earlier, then he might have been able to attach. But at some point, you have to think, okay, things are not working. There is horror in the house. I mean, to be afraid of for your own life. How many people experience that on a daily basis? To live in an inpatient jail, that you always have a key in your pocket so you can get into your bedroom. Is that normal living? Is that what foster care and adoptive parents should expect? I don't think so, and DCF isn't listening.
I'd been married only a couple years. We had a young son. He was 9 months old at the time. And my husband's sister was murdered on a very hot morning in July. That event in front of her 2 children left those children orphaned. And my husband and I knew right away that, you know, we would be the ones to take them in. Not long after we took them in, we noticed trauma features in both daughters, and we engaged in therapy right away, a wide variety of therapy. We were able to access treatment that really helped our oldest daughter quite a bit. Our younger daughter, however, never seemed to improve with anything in the therapeutic realm that we were giving her. Her behaviors got worse, more destructive, more troubling, more aggressive. So in 2015, she had 3 inpatient stays, all of which began with ambulance 911, 211 calls. We requested that the department help us get her into a residential treatment center, an appropriate setting, not simply congregate care, but a condition-specific treatment center. They would not. They said it's not available and no funding would be available to help us do that. We were on our own. And it was at that point that we decided to enter into an agreed upon placement in a therapeutic foster setting for a short time to step her down from the inpatient setting to our home. We thought it would only be a few months. It's been 8 and she's still there today. We hope to bring her home soon, but we will be bringing her home again without therapeutic supports appropriate for her needs, appropriate for her level of condition. And we're very, very concerned about her future in our home setting. This whole journey has been anguishing.